Hello, great morning to each and everyone. I'm Teacher Ami. So for today, we will discuss about linear equations and inequalities in one variable. Our learning competencies are the following. So number one, solves problems involving algebraic expressions. Number two, differentiates algebraic expressions, equations, and inequalities. So when we heard the word equations, that is the equality of two quantities, and we use the equal sign. An equation may either be true or false. So in 8 plus 2 equals 10 is a true equation since 8 plus 2 is a really 10. So 2x plus 5 equals 15 is an equation that can either be true or false depending on the value of x. There is one or only one value of x that will make the equation true. So in solving linear equation, we apply the common properties. We add both sides by -5 or we subtract both sides by 5. So 2x plus 5 minus 5 equals 15 minus 5. Simplify. So we have 2x equals 10. To solve for x, we multiply both sides by the reciprocal of the numerical coefficient of the variable of x, or divide both sides by the numerical coefficient of the variable of x. So if we use division, so we divide both sides by the numerical coefficient of 2x, and the numerical coefficient is 2, so our divisor is 2. So 2x divided by 2, or 2x over 2, equals 10 over 2, or 10 divided by 2. Simplify, so x is equal to 5. For checking x equals to 5, substitute the value of x in our equation. So 2 times 5 plus 5 equals 15. So 2 times 5 is 10 plus 5 is 15. And 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. So it means our solution is correct. And the exact value of x in 2x plus 5 equals 15 is equal to 5. Linear inequality. So if the equation is the equality of two quantities, in inequalities, this is the unequal of two quantities. They are not equal. One is bigger than the other, or one is smaller than the other. So we use different symbols in linear inequalities. We can use greater than, less than or equal to, or at most, or not more than. And or we use greater than or equal to, at least, or not less than. So these are the symbols that we will use for the linear inequalities. In a linear inequalities, it is a mathematical sentence that shows unequal quantities. So one might be greater or lesser than the other. So 5 is greater than 1 is a true inequality because 5 is greater than 1, is bigger or larger than 1. In 2x plus 1 less than 10 may be true or false depending on the values of x. More than one value of x can make the inequality true. So, kung paano tayo mag-solve ng linear equation, ganun din tayo nagsosolve ng linear inequalities. The difference is the symbol na ginagamit for the equation and for the inequalities. So to solve 2x plus 1 less than 10, so we add both sides by -1, or we subtract both sides by 1. So we have 2x plus 1 minus 1 less than 10 minus 1. So we get 2x less than 9. And to solve for x, we divide both sides by the numerical coefficient of the variable of x, or we multiply by its reciprocal, or reciprocal of the numerical coefficient of the variable of x. So if we use division, we divide both sides by 2 because the numerical coefficient of the variable of 2x is 2. So we have 2x over 2, or 2x divided by 2, less than 9 over 2, or 9 divided by 2. So the value of x is less than 9/2 or 4 1/2. Ibig sabihin, mas mababa sa 4 1/2. Hindi pwedeng 4 1/2 din ang ating isosolve the equation or the given is not true for the inequality. Let's try the value of x is 4. So substitute from our equation 2 times 4 plus 1 less than 10, and 2 plus times 4 is 8, and 8 plus 1 is 9. Then 9 is less than 10, and this is true for the linear inequality. So pwede rin 3. 2 times 3 ay 6, and 6 plus 1 ay 7, and 7 is less than 10. So pababa hanggang sa negative at walang katapusang negative number. So yun ang mga possible na value ng x to make 2x plus 1 less than 10 through inequality. So I hope maliwanag ang paano mag-solve ang difference between linear equation and linear inequalities, their difference. So the linear equation have an equality of two quantities with an equal sign and symbol, while linear inequalities we can use greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. Now let's have another example. So translate the sentence in equation, or in an equation, the sum of 3 consecutive integers is 57. Hindi tayo magko-compute, but magta-translate lang tayo ng sentence to mathematical sentence. So from our formula, let x be the first number, x plus 1, kasi ang interval ay 1. X plus 1 is the second consecutive number, and x plus 2 is the third consecutive number. So the sum of 3 consecutive, it means the first number plus the second consecutive number plus the third consecutive number is equal to 57. So therefore, that is substitute x plus the quantity x plus 1 plus x plus 2 equals 57. So pwedeng ito na yung ating translation. And given the sum of 3 consecutive integers is 57, or simplify similar terms. So x plus x plus x is 3x, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So we have accepted pa rin as an equation 3x plus 3 equals 57. Pero mas itong tatlo ay yung una, kasi the 3 consecutive integers is 57. So, doon tayo sa una. Next, number 2. Translate the sentence in an equation. Angel's age is twice the age of Gideon 5 years ago. So, the sum of their ages is 35. So, make a table for the angel's age and for Gideon's age. So, this is the present age x for angel, and 2 times x minus 5. Distributive property, 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times negative 5 is negative 10 or minus 10. Kaya 2x minus 10 siya. Then 5 years ago, so subtract by 5, kaya x minus 5. And 2x minus 10 minus 5 is 2x minus 15. Now, for our translation of the sentence into an equation, so we have ito yung present age niya, Angel's age plus Gideon's age equals 35. So Gideon's age is 2x minus 10 equals 35. So pwede din natin siyang i-simplify as 3x minus 10 equals 35. So dito tayo sa x plus 2x minus 10 equals to 35. Accepted din naman ang 3x minus 10 equals 35. Another example, EJ drives her car 50 kilometers. After 30 minutes, her father followed her driving on another car at 60 kilometers per hour. How long will it take for the father to be at the side of her daughter? Remember that the formula for distance is d equals rt, where r is the rate of speed and t is the time. So make a table for the rate, for the time, and distance, multiply the 2, kaya yan ay 50t, at ito ay 60 times the quantity t minus 1/2. So note that 30 minutes is 1/2 hour. There is a point where EJ and the father will be beside each other before he can overtake her. Therefore, they cover the same distance. So, D sub 1 equals D sub 2. So, equals to 60. Kaya 50 T times T minus 1/2 equals 60. So, ito yung ating translation sa ibig sabihin doon sa pinapahanap sa number 3. Next. Number 4, translate the sentence in an inequality. The difference between 6 times the number and 8 is greater than 16. So let x be the number. So 6x kasi 6 times the number. So 6x minus 8 greater than 16. So yan yung translation ng sentence into an inequality or an equation. Okay, example number 5. Translate the sentence in an inequality. 10 divided by twice the number is less than 1/4. Let x be the number. Twice the number is 2x. So, our translation or sentence in an inequality symbol that is 10 over 2x or 10 divided by 2x less than 1/4. So, pwede natin siyang isimplify. So, by dividing both numerator and denominator by 2, kaya siya ay 5 over x less than 1/4. So, ito yung ating translation. Number 6, example in translating sentence into equation or inequality. Translate the sentence in an inequality. Choice monthly commission plus monthly salary of 15,000 is at most 20,000. May word na at most, it means inequality siya. So choice commission is X. And at most means it can be equal to or less than an inequality. So our equation now, our formula or translate into mathematical sentence that is X, the commission, the choice commission plus 15,000 less than or equal to 20,000. So ito yung ating translation. So I hope clear po ang mga examples na aking ipinresent to translate the following sentences into equation or into inequality. Last number, translate the sentence in an inequality. Elise score in 3 of the 4 quizzes in math are 80, 78, and 90. So what score must she get on the fourth quiz to have an average of at least 85? So let X be the fourth score and average score is to add the 4 scores divided by 4 at least means to equal to or greater than. So 80 plus 78 plus 90 plus x all over 4 greater than or equal to 85. So iyan yung pagta-translate o yung equivalent ng translation ng sentence na ipinapahiwatig sa number 7 example. So I hope clear to each and everyone our lesson for today about linear equation and linear inequalities, the difference between linear equation with equal sign and linear inequality. Pwedeng gamitin natin ang less than, ang greater than, ang less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. So thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Keep safe. God bless.